making the catch and going in the other direction.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Marino. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Marino sets up. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now they try the right side here. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's something this coaching staff told us they want to see a lot more of this season.
I imagine the entire time in the offseason when these guys were taking breaks from watching film, when they were out running and doing all the other things, all they were thinking about is how do we create more sacks? They loved what they just saw there.
Because they were near the bottom of the league in 2017. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away and kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you. So there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try to put their defense in a bad spot again.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Marino to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Clayton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Marino. He sets to fire deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Marino. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Marino here from the gun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On the return, Hester. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Johnson, the intended target.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now a play fake here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one down to the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, Marino. Flush to his right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Marino once more. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Marino. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Marino. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He's got it at the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the red zone now, Marino on first down. And he checks this one down to Williams. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Only a yard that time, second and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Marino looking to throw on second down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now.
They'll start it on the ground with Morris. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now a toss play. It's Morris. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Final play of the half. It's Marino. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded a few yards into the end zone. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because Now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Marino will throw. And this will be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
319.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. They're now running right through it. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
319. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Indeed, they're going for it with Marino. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his first throw here is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Watch it now, Barney.
Operating from the gun, Anderson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They go play action with Marino. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Marino. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Anderson. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays and stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit.
Here's Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
To throw is Anderson on 3rd down. On the right side, caught by Green. And he gets it down to the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. Back now in Cincinnati. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watch it now, Barney.
They begin the drive with Morris. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Marino incomplete on the third down throw. The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit.
From the shotgun, Marino. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Marino, and this is going to be incomplete. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Marino. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Marino operating with 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Hester. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Anderson off the play fake. To the left side here for Eifert. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Anderson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Marino to throw. He goes underneath the Drake. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Marino on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 big plays in succession, and the Dolphins on the move.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. He'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be caught. A big play there for Cincinnati. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll go with the keeper, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback with time running out, and the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up.
This is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. It'll be Marino on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us.
We were
right?
standing up.
Had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line, oh, that was fun.
So for Cincinnati, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.